Hi everyone, Jodi here. Just wanted to, make a quick video and send out to you guys because I know last week I didn't do any, and that was mainly because my school was on Easter break last week, and so I figured, well, since we're on break from school, let's just take a break from everything else. So that's why you didn't see me last week. But I just wanted to do a quick video today to just kind of talk about just being mindful and sensitive of the content, if you are a creator, that you're putting out there, or if you're just someone who's just constantly on Instagram, not constantly, but who does a lot of videos and live chats and posts on Instagram, Facebook, and all those other platforms. I know right now it is really difficult, and we spoke about this many times, very difficult for a lot of people, especially, I guess you could say the extroverts. Like, you see all these posts and memes about, check up on your extrovert friends because they're really suffering. And I know that it is a big deal. And, I guess in a sense I kind of tease about it, but I know that in fact it is a big deal for a lot of people that they're not able to go out, interact with other people. They're not able to do these things that they used to do. We're more like, as introverts, homebodies. Like, yeah, we miss going out, but it's not, the situation isn't the same. It's just not the same. But the thing is, if you are someone who doesn't agree with what your government is doing, whether it's in Cayman, America, Canada, the UK, Australia, wherever it is, just be mindful of your opinion when you voice your opinion. Because today I saw a video of someone in the States that I follow, and I've been following her for a while, and she basically voiced her opinion saying that she doesn't agree with her government. She doesn't think the whole stay home is really going to solve the problem. She stated that she thinks that this is something that we just have to learn to live with, and how, we just need to open up businesses and make people kind of go back to work as usual. And, this whole shutdown is not going to solve the problem. And that really kind of hit, that affected me a bit, because my husband is a frontline worker. He's a paramedic. So he goes out every day, risking his life, to, obviously help the people who do have the COVID-19. But again, that's a risk. Yes, he signed up for the job. Yes, this is a profession that he wanted to, become involved in. But at the same time, it is a risk. This is not like oh yeah, you get a cough and you stay home, and after 3 days you go back to work and everything's fine. There are people who unfortunately are dying from this, and so when people make comments like that, it comes off as very insensitive, because one, you don't know who's watching. Your followers could be frontline workers. Your followers could be individuals who have family members who either have the COVID-19 or who have died, unfortunately. Then you have the flip side, where you have people who are very susceptible to things. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Who are easily influenced, and they're still developing and trying to figure out what their opinion is in life, right? And on certain things. But to me, especially if you have a young group of followers, right? Like teenagers, the kind of age group. And if you have this age group following you and you're making statements like that, it then, in a sense, again, I don't want to say like I'm forcing my opinion on people, but to me, it's just with everything, right? As adults, we have to be very mindful of what we say and what we do, especially because, if you are a parent, you have to be very mindful of what you say and do from your children, right? Because they look up to you, you're their example. And it's the same thing, like if you work in a school, that's constant, that one of the messages constantly emphasized in our school, be mindful of what you say and how you act around these children, because they are watching you. They're like sponges. So even if you don't think they're paying attention, they are paying attention. So if you now are a big influencer or have a lot of followers, and you say, I know some people not going to agree with my opinion, but here you go. It's really insensitive, and just going to say it's quite selfish. Because to me, yes, you have the right to think and feel how you want to. But to me, when you voice your opinion on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, whatever. And maybe you're saying, well, Jodi, you're doing the same thing here. Maybe, right? But I think my standpoint is different, where I'm saying that you just have to be mindful. It's just with everything in life, you know, not just when it comes to the corona pandemic. It's just everything in life, because you don't know. Like, yeah, I know sometimes we get caught up in our feelings and we just kind of say what we want to say. And then later on, like, ah, shoot, shouldn't have said that. And I understand that we're all human. You know, it happens to the best of us. But to me, like, going on, like I said, one of these platforms and and making that kind of statement is like, you know what you were doing. Like, you know, that's not like I was having a discussion with my husband, or I was having a discussion with my friend at work, and blah, blah, blah. You know, at least that conversation is between me and him, or me and her. But you were doing it on social media. And you know how it is in social media. Once it goes up, that's it. I know they're like, oh, you don't delete it. No, that's out in the universe. Everybody saw it, or eventually they will. So just be mindful. You know, like I said, I know everybody has their opinions, and everybody has a right to voice their, you know, what they think and whatnot. But again, just be mindful. Like, you know, just take a step back and think, okay, I don't know who's following me. I don't know everybody's story. I don't know what everybody's going through. Let me just, you know, take a step back, think about it. Is what I'm going to say, like, is it going to hurt someone? Like, one of my really good friends and coworkers, she always had this, and it's up on the internet stuff, but she was the one that kind of taught me this. Like, is it helpful? Is it honest? Is it kind? What's the other one? Helpful, honest, kind. Is it necessary? I think that was it. You know, and to me, like, and I think there's another one, but I can't remember. If you know it, good. But basically, it's just whenever you are seeing something or sharing something, especially in social media, just remember those things, right? You know, is it helpful? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And is it honest? Because you don't know who's watching. You don't know who's listening. And yes, I know that a lot of people are struggling. I know a lot of people, they've lost their jobs and they're wondering, how am I going to provide food for my family? How am I going to pay my bills? I get that. I'm not at all like, you know, putting that aside and being like insensitive to the fact that, you know, people do need money. I'm not saying that. But to me, just to pretty much make a blanket statement like that, you know, it's just like, come on, like, you have to be more responsible with what you're saying. You know, and for those people who unfortunately have lost their jobs and they're not getting any income and they're struggling to provide food for their family, you know, I feel for you and my prayers go out to you. And I pray that whether you're in Cayman or in the United States or wherever you are, that your government is finding out or figuring out some way to provide for you and your family, so that unfortunately with everything that we're going through, that you are able to get the essentials, you know. And I honestly, God, pray for you with that. But for those of you who are not in that type of situation, you know, just be sensitive. You know, just be responsible. Just think before you speak. You know, like I said, if you want to voice your opinion to your friend, that's fine. But social media, it's just one of those things that, you know, once you say, you can't take it back. And people are so easy to just kind of not think about stuff. Not all people, you know what I mean? There's those people that sometimes who just doesn't take a step back and think about, okay, is this true? Does this make sense? Is what she's saying or what he's saying, you know, is there a point to it, you know? So if you're an influencer, please just be mindful. If you're not an influencer, you're someone who's constantly watching other people's videos and content, just be mindful of what they're saying. Like, I'm not saying that you should send a message and be like, hey, you know, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying to go stir up trouble or to cause an argument. I'm not saying that. But if you do happen to bump up on individuals who's constantly kind of just seeming insensitive to these kind of things, just unfollow them. Because like I said, I was following this girl for a while now, and not gonna lie, probably gonna unfollow her. Just because, like I said, my husband's a frontline worker, and you know, when you make statements like that, like, you know, that hits home. Because like I said, he goes out every day and risks his life, and like I know he's not the only one. I know I'm not the only person in that situation. So just, you know, just be mindful, be sensitive, be kind. All right, well, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you are doing things to keep yourself occupied and to, you know, keep yourself sane during this time, and I will see you next time. Bye.